guests, welcome to today's Big Brother 20 updates and spoilers. Our house guest of the day is Angel Gordon. Angel, thank you so much for the support. We think you're awesome. And if you guys want to be house guest of the day like Angel, check out our Patreon link in the info box below. And we're running out of time, but the Much Love merch is still 15% off if you follow the link down below, so check it out. We would really, really appreciate the support. And you look so fly in your Much Love merch, for real. Okay, so we have so much to talk about, and I'm so excited to tell you guys about it. So last night, obviously, we saw a partial blindside, which I felt like was an epic start to this season. Because how many seasons do we see a split vote like that in the first week? What? It was awesome. Okay, so Kaitlyn flipped on her allies. Steve was evicted by a vote of 7-6. And oh my god. The best possible outcome for Team Fun Feeds. Kaitlyn won HOH. Spirit guides, do you hear me? So earlier in the day, she was saying to Tyler that she wanted Swaggy out next. But is she actually going to do that? Because that's like a huge move. That's a huge move. Alright, side note before we get into it, Casey and Sam's punishments are done. Yay! Alright, so the feeds came back very quickly after the show ended. Thanks, Big Brother. And Tyler, Swaggy, and Fessy were talking in the storage room. Tyler is trying to tell these guys that the power just got used, the power app, and that's why Steve went home and the votes ended up the way they did. So they're like, I don't think so, because Julie would have said that the power was used. Smart guys. Okay, so then Winston and Brett walk in during this discussion, and Winston's just like, cool meeting. And they're like, what? What'd you say? And he's like, I said cool meeting. And then Swaggy's like, what, we can't talk to Tyler? And Winston says, you can do whatever you want. And that was it. They like broke up before it could get really crazy. Why would Winston do that? Why are you doing this? Why are you running? Why? So after, Bailey is telling Swaggy, because Swaggy told her what happened, just let it go. Don't get into it with Winston. Thank you, the voice of reason. It's totally unnecessary here. So she knows if Swaggy like freaks out on Winston, Kaitlyn's not gonna like that because she's all about the peace and everything, as long as it's not her. You know what I mean? Like, Kaitlyn will get involved in the drama, but she doesn't want other people to have drama. So it has to be about her. Okay, so then Brett was telling Angela about what had happened, and they're like, I don't know why Winston's acting this way. We just pulled off an awesome vote. Sam still has her power. Kaitlyn, who just voted with us, is the HOH. Why is he doing this? Why is he's trying to start stuff here? So they agree he needs to freaking chill out because he's going to put an even bigger target on himself. Just cool it. So then let's talk about the obvious here. Everybody wants to know what the hell happened with that vote. Kaitlyn is playing it off like she did not just turn on her alliance and flip her vote. She's like, I'm getting wasted tonight. She's lying about it, and I feel like everybody should see right through it, right? But they don't. What? Okay, so she was in the bathroom area with Fessy, Haley, and Rockstar, and she's like, I don't know what I'm gonna do this week yet as far as nominations go, but I need to hear more about this power. Who has it? What does it do? What's the deal? So she's gonna be asking about that. But she lets the three of them know, you guys specifically are not an option to go up on the block this week, so you can just relax. She does not say that for the rest of her Faute alliance, so it's pretty interesting. Alright, so then who's gonna get the blame for this vote if not Kaitlyn? Haley and Bailey, that rhymes, were talking about it, and they're thinking, you know what, it must have been Scottie, because we never asked him how he was voting. He didn't seem upset at all when Steve was evicted. That was supposed to be his boy. Like, where was the outrage? Do you really think that Scottie would have voted out Steve? So then, I'm also thinking, hello, Haley. Kaitlyn told Haley and Rockstar that she was going to vote Steve out and lie about it. What? Why are you not saying that it's Kaitlyn? so weird. So then Bailey and Swaggy were chatting, and Swaggy's pretty sure that Kaitlyn was the flipper. Thank you. And he says that she got bailed out big time because if she didn't win this HOH, he would not be talking to her right now. But then he's like, you know what? It could have also been Rockstar because she had that whole plan to throw out that hinky vote. And he's saying, like, she probably didn't mean for Steve to go home, but she made a mistake. She didn't realize how close the vote was going to be, so she's another suspect. And then he's like, well, maybe Brett and Winston went to, like, Kaitlyn and or Rockstar and told them, oh, we got the power, and, like, tried to scare them with it to get them to flip their votes. I mean, he's pretty close. It was Tyler, but that's pretty close. But they're hoping no matter what, Kaitlyn's going to stick to the original plan and put up some combination of Winston, Brett, and Angela this week. We'll see. Okay, so then Swaggy was chatting with Scottie. He lets him know, people are thinking that you flipped your vote this week, but I know you didn't. And Scottie is just flabbergasted. He's like, why would I vote out my ride or die? It makes no sense. So while they were having this discussion, they were cleaning the bathroom, and Big Brother asked them to clean the mirror above the sinks, and they're just like, what do you think we're doing right now? And Big Brother was like, my bad. It was so funny. Okay, moving on. So then Kaitlyn, Rockstar, and Haley were chatting in the pink bedroom. And Kaitlyn's like, okay, Tyler told me that Swaggy said he's targeting me. I don't think anybody said that. I don't think that Swaggy ever said specifically, like, I'm targeting Kaitlyn to anybody. And I don't recall Tyler saying that to Kaitlyn. I remember him saying, yeah, Swaggy said that you're, like, at the bottom of the alliance, which is true. But I don't think anybody said that Swaggy was targeting Kaitlyn. So I don't know if she just, like, got to a weird place in her head. Like, you know when you hear something and you just, like, take it to the next level? I feel like that's what happened, but I don't know. Maybe Tyler did say that. I don't know. He totally could have. But she also says that Swaggy said he's running the group. He did say that. And she's asking, at what point in the game do we get rid of the guy that's running the house? She says, no one tells me what to do. So then Haley and Rockstar are telling her, this all sounds outrageous. There's no way that Swaggy said he's coming after you. So you need to talk to Swaggy and Tyler again and figure it out. But then Rockstar's like, at the same time, if Swaggy did say that he's running this whole house, let him think that. That's great for us. He's going to be a target ahead of us. Just let him think that he's in control. So Rockstar's also telling her, stick to the plan. Once we get down to just our alliance left, the four girls, meaning Kaitlyn, Rockstar, Haley, and Bailey, can stick together and get rid of Swaggy and Fessy, and it would be so much fun. So then Kaitlyn's like, yeah, I agree, that's great, but I also don't like how shady Bailey and Swaggy have been acting, so yeah. Okay, so then Bailey and Scottie were chatting about the votes. They were up on the balcony, and they are not thinking at this point that Kaitlyn was the one that flipped. So they're trying to figure it out. They're going through all the names, and they're like, you know what? Maybe it was Haley. Scottie says that when he was talking to Sam in the storage room that time, Haley came in not once, but twice during that discussion. And then when it was all over, he heard her telling somebody else that he was making a deal with Sam. He says that's not the case. Maybe she was trying to frame him or something. But they also discussed how Haley flirts with so many of the guys. And it's not just like the number that's bothering them, it's where they're positioned in the house, because she spends a lot of time with Brett, Tyler, and Fessy. And they just so happen to be, you know, one in each major group. Obviously Brett is with the level 6 people, Fessy is with Swaggy's crew, and Tyler, to their knowledge, is like in the middle. So they're like, wow, she's covered on all sides. Maybe she was the vote. I don't know. So then while they were talking, Kaitlyn got her HOH room. So everybody's like, oh, do-do-do-do-do. They all go up there. She got pictures of her family and her boyfriend, a letter from her mom She was crying so much while she was reading this letter that I was crying. I cannot help but cry when I see people get so emotional on TV. But it was so funny because her mom mentioned that they were going to a concert at Bethel Woods, which is like not that far from where I live. So it's just like, whoa, that's so weird. But anyway, she also got a blanket made by her grandma, which was really sweet. Lots of snacks, kombucha, and which I don't like kombucha, that's gross. But anyway, she got a little plant from Pop TV. And then she starts drinking her wine right out of the bottle, Will Huser style. So then, after the reveal was over, we didn't see much of Kaitlyn for the rest of the night. What? She's the new HOH, and she's a handful. So, earlier in the evening, before this all went down, she dropped the N-word. She was reciting some rap lyrics. I think I saw it was like Drake or something. Check TMZ because of course it's already there. And this is like the summer of TMZ, right? So anyway, that was messed up. It was not good. So people are speculating that Big Brother didn't want to show her when she was drinking because she said that when she was sober. So who knows what would have come out of her mouth while she was drinking. I don't think that she's racist. I don't think anybody this season is racist. I think there's a lot of ignorant comments being thrown around. People need to be more, what's the word I'm looking for? Sensitive. And that would make this a lot nicer, right? Okay, so we did get to see her asking Tyler what she should do this week, and he's like, I want you to do what you want to do. So see, no. So she tells him, no, I want you to tell me because you're smarter. What happened to her not doing what somebody else was going to tell her? Right? But she was really drunk. She was using that freaking baby voice where she's like, oh, it's Tylee and Kaitlyn. Oh. It was a lot. It's honestly, like, it was probably a good thing that she was not on the feeds for most of the night because it would have been too much. So, I mean, this was supposed to be the best night of feeds ever, and we were robbed of that, but today was pretty good so far, so I guess it'll make up for it. I guess. Okay. So then last night, Swaggy, Bailey, Rockstar, Fessy, and Haley were all up in the HOH room without Kaitlyn, and they're still trying to figure out what the hell happened with that vote. Did someone use a power? Did somebody flip? Who did this, and what did they do? They can't figure it out. They're also talking about how they hope that Kaitlyn is still going to target the other side. They just got to keep the faith, man. They want to make sure that one of them is close to her at all times this week, make sure that the other side doesn't get to her. And then they're wondering, can we trust Tyler? I believe it was Swaggy who said he overheard Angela talking about her crew, and Tyler was named in that group, so he's like, can't trust Tyler as much as I did before, but I'm sure we'll still see Swaggy spilling some stuff to Tyler. Okay, so then later on, Haley and Rockstar had a late night chat. They were talking a lot of crap about Kaitlyn, like a lot. They don't like the way that she's playing this game, especially how she's all over the guys, which just sounds so crazy coming from Haley. I know you're single, you don't have a boyfriend like Kaitlyn, but you're doing the same thing, right? Okay, so anyway, today, Rockstar was crying a lot this morning. She really misses her family. I think it really hit her that Steve is gone now and like they're actually playing this game. Also, Steve was the only other parent in the house, so she lost that camaraderie with him. And she didn't realize it was going to be this hard. Her partner didn't understand why she would do this show. I think they had kind of like a weird goodbye when she left, which is really sad. But also, she didn't realize how hard it was going to be just playing this game. Because, yeah, she's only like 35, but she's at a different place in her life than most of the other house guests. She has kids. She has a partner at home. So she can't be like draping herself all over all these guys and like playing that flirty game. So I think she's having a hard time connecting with a lot of people. So Kaitlyn and Bailey were comforting her, and then they got kicked out because it was time for Kaitlyn to do her one-on-ones. But before we get into that, Fessy got his final Amazon delivery. It was just one last piece, and then his subscription was canceled. And now we can talk about Kaitlyn's one-on-ones. I'm just going to highlight the important details because if I said like every little thing, this would be hours long and just watch the feeds, right? So anyway, Kaitlyn was talking to Brett, and she was still under the impression that Brett may have had the power, so she's asking him about it, and he's like, well, it wasn't used, I can tell you that. And she's like, cool, but I want to know more. And he did not describe what it does. He's like, that's not for me to say, I can't really get into it. He doesn't have it. So she's getting frustrated. This conversation was kind of awkward. So she tells him, whoever has that power better come to me and explain it, because I stuck my neck out for you guys. I'm going to need some more details if we're going to move forward together. Woo! Alright, so then Tyler had his turn with Kaitlyn, and after getting Sam's permission this time, Tyler revealed to Kaitlyn that Sam has the power. He was like, oh yeah, I just found out about it. I thought Brett had it. Oh, Tyler! Okay, so he lets her know, yeah, Sam can save herself or somebody else after the votes are read, and when that happens, the other person will go home. That's not how that works. I don't think they know about the whole completing a challenge to stay thing, so I think he's kind of just like, yeah, the other person goes. So Kaitlyn's like, cool. In that case, I'll put up Sam and Swaggy this week so she can use her power and I won't totally have Swaggy's blood on my hands. So Tyler's like, nope, don't do that, because if you leave Sam off the block, she can save that power and she could potentially use it on one of our group if somebody's in danger in the next few weeks. So Kaitlyn's like, okay, what should I do? Like, tell me. So she says she wants to take out Swaggy this week. She's still thinking that. But she wants it to be a backdoor. Damn, that is cold. So there was some discussion about who the pawns were going to be. They seemed to land on Scottie and Winston as pawns. And not only is she going to do this freaking backdoor thing, she is going to lie to her old alliance, Faute, and tell them that Winston is the target, and if the veto is used, Angela will be going up on the block. Damn! Okay, so, like, yeah, she is lying to Faute. I'm not going to, again, go into every single conversation, but, like, when she's talking to her old allies, she's telling them, I'm targeting Winston, Angela's going to be the target if he comes down, you know, if the power veto is used. And then, like, after she talks to these people, she looks at the camera and she's just like, I'm just following my intuition. I'm following my spirit guide. His name is Tyler. She didn't say that part, but, like, come on. She's doing what Tyler wants. It's crazy. I gotta say, Tyler is really playing this noise right now. As long as he doesn't get caught, he's doing a good job. So then Kaitlyn tells Scottie that he might be a pawn. And again, she lies and says that Winston's the target. And he takes it pretty well. I mean, he's not going to freak out. I don't see Scottie as, like, the freak out type. Then Sam chats with Kaitlyn. And Sam is like, I know you were the 7th vote to keep me. I'm super grateful. And then Sam shares that she has the power app. Now, of course, Kaitlyn already knew about that, but she was like, oh my god, thank you for telling me. That's awesome. So then Kaitlyn shares her plan. They agree to work together. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. So then it's time for Kaitlyn to talk to Winston. And I wasn't sure how Winston was going to take this, right? Because we've seen Winston's a little bit like, bleh. You never know what he's going to do. He's super paranoid. So she lets him know Swaggy is the target this week. And he's so excited. He's like, yes! And then she's like, but I have some bad news. Oh my god. That was Lucy. Or a dinosaur, I don't know. So she's like, I have some bad news. I'm gonna have to put you up on the block as, like, a secret pawn. And he's like, that's fine. I completely trust you. I will act mad if that's what you need me to do. Like, it's all good. And this is crazy. I can't believe it takes Winston going up on the block to make him calm and less paranoid. It doesn't make sense. It's like it's opposite day or something. So Winston's just telling her, like, don't forget that anger that you have for Swaggy right now, because it's a long week. You know that. Things could change in an instant. So just don't forget that you want Swaggy to go, because you never know. She could put up Scottie and Winston, and then by the end of the week be like, you know what? Let's just get rid of Winston. So he doesn't want that to happen. So then she's like, all right, I have something I need to ask you. Are you a doctor? Are you a surgeon? He's like, no. He explains what he does, and then it seems like they're all good. So Kaitlyn continues her one-on-ones. It's the same stuff. She's lying to her old crew. She's telling the new crew what's what, and that's it. I mean, there's lots and lots still to come today. We still have the BB App Store, which should be happening soon. We should have nominations today. And it's looking like it's going to be Scottie and Winston, but I will confirm that for you guys later if you check back. And I don't know if they're doing have-nots today or tomorrow, because it is a lot for one day, right? So we'll see about that. And of course, there's going to be so much HOH-itis from Kaitlyn. Oh my god, does she realizes she's not going to be HOH after this, right? It's for 1 week, and then you go back to not being HOH. But anyway, it's going to be wild. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. And until tomorrow, much love.